All right, so tonight we're going to dive into a sound it's this perfect mix of smoke, soul, and pure coastal swagger. The band is called Coastal Flare, and to really understand them, you first got to feel them. So to get what they're all about, I want you to imagine you're at one of their live shows. The lights dim, that bass line just kicks you in the chest, and the front man, he leans right into the mic and asks the crowd one simple question. And bam, the whole place just erupts, screaming it back in this one massive voice. See, this call and response thing, it's not just some opening act gimmick. It's the absolute heart of their whole vibe. The band is just locked in this hypnotic groove, but they're not done. Oh no, the next question just hangs there in the air. You can almost taste the salt, and it demands an answer. And right there, that is the moment. That's when you're completely hooked. This raw electric connection between the band and every single person in the room, well, that's the signature of Coastal Flare. So that chant you just heard, that's the actual opening to their track, Flirt Wave. And honestly, it's the perfect way to get introduced to their sound. It's so playful, it's confident, and it has this rhythm that just pulls you right in. So that energy is just infectious, right? But what exactly is going on here? What are the ingredients? Come on, let's deconstruct the vibe and really get into the DNA of Coastal Flare. Yeah, see, you can't just stick these guys in one little box. They call their sound coastal rock soul fusion. I want you to imagine those super funky bass lines and disco guitars from the 2000s, right? But then fuse them with this raw rock edge and vocals that are just pure smooth soul. It's a whole mood. And lyrically, what they're singing about, it all comes down to these four pillars. You've got this spiritual, almost ceremonial vibe. Think sacred herbal incense. Then you've got these totally laid-back beachside grooves. Add in a little bit of playful danger with some late-night flirting, and wrap the whole thing up in this undeniable attitude they just call coastal swagger. Now, a sound this unique, it takes a very specific kind of chemistry. So it's time to meet the five guys, the individuals behind all this music. Leading the charge, you've got the frontman, Zaro Blaze Waja. This dude is the source of all that charismatic, flirtatious energy. He's got this raspy voice that just croons about the ocean breeze, romance, and that signature herbal glow. On guitar, we've got Mavir Strings Kaja. He's the guy bringing that disco rock flavor. He'll be laying down these super funky riffs 1 minute, and then just launching into these flashy wah pedal-drenched solos that slice right through everything. The anchor of the entire sound is Sorak Pulsewavo on bass. His grooves are so deep and hypnotic, you literally feel them in your chest. He's that grounding energy in a smoke-filled room. Driving that beat is Tavris Spin Kafa. This guy is the party starter on the drums. He's known for his wild energy, his flashy fills, and, get this, a special talent for flirting with the crowd from behind the kit. And rounding out the whole sound is Kimo Keys Jinyanra on the keyboards. He adds that layer of sensuality, with these smooth, soul-driven chords and some really funky talkbox effects that give the music its silky, late-night feel. Okay, so now that we know the players, let's dig into the philosophy behind their debut album, Smoke and Waves. And as you're about to see, it's so much more than just a title. It is their entire worldview. The whole concept breaks down into this really cool duality. You've got smoke, which is the spiritual side of things, the sacred, the ceremony, what they call the herbal glow. And then you've got waves, which is all physical, the rhythm, the swagger, the coastal groove. It's the sacred and the sensual just flowing together as one. And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. The bassist, Pulse, he absolutely nailed it in a radio interview. He described their sound as incense smoke, disco lights, waves, and a little bit of danger when you flirt too hard. I mean, that really says it all, doesn't it? You know how every great album has that one track that just ties everything together? For Smoke and Waves, it's the final song, Golden Coast Groove. This is their definitive anthem. So what's the recipe for this anthem? Well, according to the band, you start the groove with some funky bass slides. Then you add the style, a sunset drip, and a sequin vest. After that, you just ride the rhythm, ignite the sky, and finally, you own it. It's like a musical formula and a life manifesto all rolled into one. The climax of the entire song just captures their whole ethos in one powerful line. Smoke and waves, hearts in bloom, we own this Golden Coast groove. It's such a definitive statement of who they are, a claim to both their sound and their home. And that's Coastal Flair, a band just built on funk, soul, and pure coastal swagger. They've laid out their world of smoke and waves for us. So the only question left is for you. Are you going to ride the wave, or are you going to drown in the smoke?